Hi guys, and welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this review of The Mummy. So guys, I finally went and saw The Mummy and I was very excited about the movie, although then I heard all those bad reviews and stupid SJW, complaints about it. And all that went totally away when I watched the movie, guys. I mean, you cannot like it. I don't know. I mean, everybody has different tastes. But first, guys, I did love every other of the previous Mummy movies. And although this here with Tom Cruise is totally different, it does have the spirit, so to speak, of the Mummy. Although it's very evil and is not presented in the same fashion that was presented before with Brendan Fraser movies. It's not as humorous, although there's a lot of tragic things that happened in the previous Mummy movies, and you can include to that Scorpion King if you want, although it was not a Mummy movie, but it was a spin-off of that. The point is, guys, that all of the previous movies were awesome to me, and they will always have a special place in my heart, and I really love to watch them over and over again. I'll never be tired of watching them. This here movie, it's really interesting, guys. I mean, I don't understand all the complaints. So let me just first say about the positives of the movie and what I thought it was great. First of all, Tom Cruise and how he performed and his character, it was very amusing. Really, it was very amusing, and somebody compared him to Nathan Drake from my favorite game franchise, Uncharted. And yeah, he did have some similarities to Nathan Drake in terms of personality and ways of behavior, but overall it was a different kind of a character that I've seen Tom Cruise play. And then the other actress that was playing next to him, she was also in King Arthur, with a very small role to be exact, but she was very awesome there. She makes a very strong impression because she's very beautiful, and she's a very good actress, guys. She really is. I really love her. She is so natural. She has this natural presence to her. And Sofia Boutella, guys, as the Mummy, I mean, she's so freaking impressive. She's so freaking menacing. She has this super strong presence on screen. She captivates the screen. She captivates your attention, or at least I hope she does, because if you can't see how freaking awesome she is, I just don't know what to tell you guys. And the way that they made her with all the tattoos on her face, how she became more and more, like human and not like a dead body, it was super great to watch. It was super great to watch her also speak another language, this time ancient Egyptian, and she was so freaking awesome at it. And she presented, I mean, I don't know ancient Egyptian obviously, but the way that she presented every line, how she acted that, it was so freaking awesome, and I really felt for her and her story. I kind of got into her shoes and understood where she was coming from. It was, different times and in Egyptian history, and I'm really super Egyptian history fan. I mean, all Egyptian things basically. That is my favorite setup of all time. You will know that there's like rare cases of queens of Egypt, like Queen Nefertiti, Queen Hatshepsut, Cleopatra. They had to be a certain amount of very authoritative in some ways to hold their position. I mean, between the three of them is very different story, but still, they had to be very presentable. They had to do certain things to be in that position. The point is that to be a woman and to rule Egypt, it was not a very easy task at all. It was always about the king, mostly. So I understand her position and why she did what she did in the movie, although of course it was atrocious and very evil what she did. But the whole story was very interesting overall. I'm not going to go into spoilers here, of course. And I did like the chemistry, and not the chemistry, but interactions and connection between her and Tom Cruise's character. It was very interesting. I liked Russell Crowe and how he played his two characters. It was awesome to behold. and it was very interesting. The end of the movie, I've heard even Angry Joe complain about the end. He was like, it was so underwhelming. I'm like, what? I mean, why? It was awesome, it was clever. I never seen anything like that done before in movies. I mean, in movies like The Mummy, I never seen that spin that happened in the end. What happened was pretty original to me. It was very badass, you can say, and it opens this awesome opportunity for a future sequel, which who knows when that, if it's even going to happen, because the movie is kind of not doing very well right now, and it's maybe due to the bad reviews, or maybe due to the fact that people really don't want to see a mummy film. But it was great, the special effects were great. As I said, Sofia Boutella, guys, every time that she's on screen, I mean, I really so rooting for her. You know, she's evil. You want her to succeed somehow and be fulfilled and not having to feel so bad inside. That is what I wanted to feel with her. Maybe like becoming good or something and redeeming herself in some ways, but I really wanted something bigger to her story, so to speak, and yeah, but I can't say really anything about that. And so, how the movie was paced was great. How the movie was in terms of action and thrill and just whatever happened with the characters and their decisions and everything made sense. They established the characters enough well. You're getting the idea of who they are very quickly. You don't really need like 5 hours of story for every single character. You get very good idea of each one of them, and that's perfectly fine. All the mummies or zombies were awesome, and they look so real, and it's so creepy when you see a guy only with a skull for a face with almost no flesh on it, just to be like rah rah rah, you know. There are some sexual things, not like sex scenes, but just sexual hints, things, positions, not sex exactly. And that was kind of weird for me to see, just because next to me was a kid like 11 years old, and before the movie started his dad was seeing this huge title on the screen that said, "This movie is not recommended for children below 12 years old." We are just having these titles, at least here in our movie cinema screens, and he was like joking with the kid, "Hey, you're not actually 12, you're 11, so yeah." And the kid was like, "Well, just 1 year of a difference, so I did see Wonder Woman." And I'm like, well, I doubt that this is going to be as PG as the American term as Wonder Woman, because I do know that it's going to be a little bit more edgy, so to speak, and it was. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So overall, guys, this was a great fun. It was a great popcorn movie. It wasn't stupid. It wasn't like at the level of something like, again, Hercules with The Rock or the other Hercules. It was very solid film. It was funny when it had to be funny. It was serious when it had to be serious, just like in life. So that's very natural. I mean, it was natural to me, and I believed everything that the characters were going through. It was pretty great, guys. And like I said, I did like the twist. I did like the story and the possibilities of that world. And that, yeah, that's it. And I'm going to talk about some of the complaints, but first, to give it a score of this movie, I say the movie is very solid for adventure Egyptian kind of film. Totally very solid, 9 out of 10 for Egyptian related film. As a mummy movie, it's kind of very difficult to tell, because they're very different films, but I would say, again, as a mummy movie, a 9 out of 10. Again, different, but very unique and original in some of the points and things that happen, especially the ending, especially that. So, great movie, go and see it, guys. And now a bit of, not spoilers, just to say some of the things that I heard as stupid complaints about the movie. So the first of all was, of course, Tom Cruise and why he's in every freaking movie, which he is not. But yes, he does have one more movie coming up, and he does have one more movie, I think, yeah, Top Gun, that it was recently announced. But who the heck cares? I mean, I don't watch the movie for Tom Cruise, guys. Actually, I have a video topic coming that I think I have to do, and it is about, are you going to see a movie because of the actor or for the movie itself? Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to do a video like that very soon, hopefully. So I'm going to see this movie for the movie, and Tom Cruise is a very good actor. He did an amazing job, and he still moves like a very young man. He's 54. In the movie, there was a line between him and Dr. Jekyll, and that was, of course, Russell Crowe. And Dr. Jekyll said, like, "Oh, you are a young man, but I'm this and that." And I'm like, okay. And in reality, Tom Cruise is 1 year older, I think, than Russell Crowe. Which is very funny. Of course, Russell Crowe does not look as young because he's more fluffy, and I mean, everybody ages differently. We don't know if if Tom Cruise did something to look younger, but yeah, he does sustain himself somehow. There's a lot of ways to sustain yourself, not only plastic surgery. So I think that he's doing a very good job. But guys, it's kind of telling now. I mean, he does look 40. I can say that he does look like 40, which is still 14 years younger than he already is, but it's kind of starting to show in some of the shots and different lighting and all of that. And the actress that played, the blonde actress that I was talking about, she can be his daughter. She's young enough to be his daughter. She really is. So it's literally like playing alongside somebody that can be literally your father. And it's kind of creepy, and you can tell the difference between them. Even, if we count him as 40 years old, she is still 8 years old, younger than him. About 8, I think. So, I mean, in the movies, it doesn't really matter because what matters is the age that the actor really looks like. And Sofia Boutelle, for instance, she's like 35, and she looks like 25. I mean, tops. She looks super young. She's so freaking young. She has this amazing youthful face of not a very grown-up person at all, and her whole body and presentation and everything about her is just super young. She's freaking young. She's amazingly young. I mean, if I didn't know her real age, I would be like, wow, she must be like 25 tops. But yeah, she's not. And the other actress is just like 2 years younger, but she looks kind of more older, just because of her face. Basically, she just has more grown-up face, not that there's any other indication of her age or anything like that. And Tom Cruise, guys, he played, I think, about 30-something guy, because they did emphasize that he's still an active soldier, and the other guy that was his partner, he is also in his 30s. So they were supposed to be the same age, but you can tell. So, I mean, kudos to Tom Cruise for looking 14 years younger, of course. And he did work out for this movie, and you do know that I have to mention that. He did work out, he had very good, you can say, low body fat percentage, very good back, and the front side wasn't bad at all, but he still has to work a bit on his chest because they're just dripping. Like they're literally like falling down and they look kind of soft. So that's the only thing that he really has to work out on to look a lot younger. The chest area, that's always something that kind of starts to drip if you're not, sustaining that. And I've seen older guys than him that work out and have like a body of a 25-year-old. So it is possible, but he has to work out more on that part of his body. And of course, his traps are not bad at all. So that's the thing, guys. So he has to work a bit more on that to pull it off. But if this movie even has a sequel, he'll be even older, like 60 maybe, who knows. So that's it, guys. I think great movie. I can't really say any negatives because I don't feel that there were any negatives, so to speak. I enjoyed everything that I saw in the movie. It was fun. I would have maybe used more of the mummy, just a bit more of her. It wasn't like super concentrated Tom Cruise movie. Yes, he was the main character, so naturally he's going to be, shown, and he was kind of a hero of the movie, and he had a personal struggle within himself because he's too much of a I don't give a damn kind of a guy, but not that much. He was interesting. So I felt that everything was perfectly balanced. I had fun. I got my money's worth and I really want to see a sequel, although I'm pretty sure I won't, but I loved it, guys. So that is pretty much. Let me know what you think in the comments, and of course check out my other videos, my recent videos, my fitness channel videos if you like. And I have to work on E3 for those of you that are gamers on my gaming channel, but there's a lot of games to talk about, so I'm going to need a bit more time to collect all of them and say something about each and every one of them, because they are all super awesome, at least the ones that, you know, I'm very interested in, the AAA games. So I have to prepare that, guys. Have patience. Thank you again. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, Gary G Reviews.